Welcome back. We are here again. I'm Alex with another Riftbound Origins League of Legends TCG booster box opening. I'm here with my co-host of the RXP podcast, Tiffany.
Hello, guys.
And so you might have watched our first box opening video where Tiffany was cracking the packs, and now it's my turn to do the same with Tiffany providing the extra commentary and insight in the background. So without further ado, let's get to it. As I struggle to open this box.
When you're being filmed, it's like a whole nother ball game. You know what I mean? It's like when you know how to spell, but then someone's watching you type on screen, and then your spelling prowess is just lost. We're looking for some good cards in this unboxing here today.
Oh yeah, I really want another Leona, not the legend, but her champion variant, because I want to build a Leona deck. But anything's good, you know. We're here for any good hits.
Can you talk a little bit more about this, like, legend versus, like, whatever, you know, champion situation?
Yeah, so in the Riftbound TCG, champions, so iconic champions from League of Legends come in two different flavors. They come in, here I am having a hard time with this first pack.
See, it's not easy.
Yeah. Here they come in two flavors. They come in a legend form and a champion form. So the legend forms, you have one per deck, but the champions, you run 3 copies in your deck. Legends, they start on the field, and champions are cards that you then play to the field. So there, you can think of the legend being the cornerstone
of your deck,
and the champions are supporting that cornerstone. So here we are, foil.
A shiny charm.
Looks nice. Party favors. This is great for multiplayer. League of Legends Riftbound does support up to 4-player free-for-all. And we have a Jinx champion. So as you can tell, this is the Jinx champion version by the champion unit text there. And so there is a legend counterpart, which if you watched our other video, we did open that. And for a funnel card, nice. We get this special alt art variant. As you can tell, it's an alt art by the A next to the 126 there at the bottom of a resource card, in this case the body rune. Looks very nice. We'll keep that in frame. That's a good hit.
I like that it's different than the two that I opened in the other boxing.
Yes, we are getting some variation. So these boxes are from the same case, so maybe that affects the distribution. Who knows?
Yeah, so you got a case. How many boxes are in a case?
6 boxes are in a case.
Okay.
Look at me struggle with these packs.
And then we got 24 packs in a box?
Yeah, 24 packs per box. So we're going to go quickly through the comments here, because you might have seen these in other openings already. You can pause the video if you want to take a closer look at what any things do in particular.
And then there's also 14 cards per pack. Ooh.
Shakedown. This is very good for red cards.
Teemo.
Okay, so here's a good example. So as you can see here for this Teemo, this is the legend version. So this is what you'll start the game with on the field. You'll have these effects at any time during gameplay. So these are always active. This symbol down here means you exhaust him. So you have to exert him in order to use that ability in particular, but the other ability you always have. And then these 2 colors in the top indicate you can play blue and purple cards in your deck.
Teemo!
Captain Teemo is on duty. We'll put him here in front because that's a nice card.
I would love you. You know what, actually? Okay, so I think last video I talked about how I would be interested in a Sona deck. I think, well, clearly, because there's no Legend Sona in this rendition, but maybe I am leaning towards a Teemo deck instead.
There are 6 colors in Riftbound. It seems like you get the distribution at least 1 of each color per pack. Here's a Battlefield, Dreaming Tree, Mushroom Pouch, Cruel Patron, Sabotage, Promising Future, and the Token and Rule card. That's the anatomy of a pack.
So you either get a token or a rune, basically?
Yeah, token or rune as the final 2 cards. And every pack comes with a rule card. So it helps you learn the game. So whether or not you're buying a whole box, like I have here, buying single packs to rip, you know, you'll get some informational card at the back to help you learn how the game is played.
There's also like starter decks that come with this like release, right?
Yes, there's 3 starter decks.
Oh, there's only 3? Ooh!
Here we have this another Lee Sin Legend. So all the legend cards will come in this style, like full character art foil. So nothing too crazy to look at, but they are nice, like as a card in general. So in this case, you have Calm and Body rune colors for this deck, and then Covert Operation, and then another Recruit.
You know, funny we were talking about. I was like asking about starter decks, and then you open a Lee Sin because Lee Sin's in a starter deck.
Lee Sin
right?
is one of the starter decks. Yasuo is one of the starter decks, or Victor, excuse me, not Yasuo. Victor and Jinx. So in case any of those 3 characters entice you, there are starter decks. Wow, I'm just like not a professional pack opener, as you can tell. These are
Everyone, you see how challenging this is, okay? Like I struggled a lot too.
hopefully you get better at time. Like and subscribe. Let us know in the comments if you want to see more pack openings of Riftbound or maybe other TCGs. Our current flavor of the month is Riftbound though, so if we do open more packs, it will be of that for the time being.
Leona!
Here we go, another champion. This is stuff I like to see. Coverage and Mutation Spell. And another rune.
So how many, like, you know, we talked about starter decks and stuff. Like, what's the, like, how many cards are in a deck?
So in the starter decks, they come with 56 cards because you have a 12 card, or you have a 40 card main deck. You have a 12 card rune deck, and you have 1 legend card, as well as 3 battlefield cards that you see. So hopefully we'll come up on the battlefield here. And so that, if you do the quick math, adds up to 56 cards. And that's the anatomy of a deck. You can play up to 3 copies. Here's the example of the battlefield. So you'll have 3 distinct battlefields in your deck. So you can't run 3 of, in particular, this Aspirant's Climb, but you can run this plus 2 other battlefields. You can run 3 copies of any given card.
Ooh!
So let's say in this case, you have this champion unit, Kaisa Evolutionary. You can run 3 copies of her in your deck.
Oh!
And this is another nice hit, this Seal of Strength. This is a gear card. So yeah, there's you need less copies since you only need 3 per deck. It's a little bit nicer. You know, you're not necessarily running out to get a lot of copies of any single card, and the fact that you only have a 40 card main deck means it's just a smaller deck size in general, so you're not really having to shell out a lot, hopefully, you know, based on secondary market.
When you're talking about the battlefield cards, like, do you also have like 3 copies of each of your 3 battlefields, or do you? Only have...
only 1 of each.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Karma champion.
Okay,
unit.
Guys, hold on. I'm gonna get out of here. Ooh, wait a minute.
TF.
Karma. I love Karma. I also love playing Karma. TF. I feel like that's my first time seeing TF.
Oh, now see, let's move on from the Karma and the TF.
Okay.
So this,
oh my god.
So this is an Altart Kaisa, as you can see again as I bring the card a little closer. That 39A down there, good hit, nice texturing. These Altarts, these are skins of the champions from the game. You're on average going to hit about 2 of these per box, so this is a great hit to get. Great hit to see.
Oh, she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous.
Look at that. Oh wait, we'll leave this in camera. Excuse me. Can't remove them out of frame. Oh, there we go. That was a good pull. Can I get these out nicely? Oh my god, look at that. I'm like getting better as we go along.
It was the energy from the Kaisa pull.
Yes. Make sure we do that. Size Scout. Pick Rookie. Battlefield. Honestly, there might be something a little peeking out in the back. I gotta be careful. This is a great card. Great card to see. When you play me, choose an opponent, they reveal a card. You choose a card for them to discard. That's great effect.
Whoa!
Yo. So in addition to every legend, right? So I mentioned before that there's a Jinx legend. Every legend has a corresponding signature spell. So this is obviously Jinx Ultimate from the game Super Mega Death Rocket. This is her signature spell. You can run 3 copies of the signature spell in your deck. So this is great to see. And then...
Shouldn't that say... Yes. Keep that in frame. So you're talking about, like, you want to make a Leona deck, but... And I've mentioned about when I was an ancient person and played League, what are some champions that you really enjoyed playing in the game, Alex?
Leona, I was a support main, so Leona's there. Love Thresh, love Nautilus. My current flavor, I still play the game, Rel. So shout out to you, Rel fans out there. I feel like she's very strong because it's a very heavy shield meta, and one of her skills, break shields. Rel's not in the current set. Neither is Nautilus or Thresh, but I'm hopeful to see these in the future. Draven's fun to play. He's an ADC. He feels kind of like a win more card. I don't know. My might is increased by your points. So the might number is its strength and health at the same time in this top right corner. And your points is what your current score is. So if you have 5 current points, he goes up to a 5-8. Not bad, actually. Pretty good.
Oh, wait, never mind.
Here we go.
Well, I mean,
another
it's
alt
Teemo.
art. This
I
is
love
great.
Teemo.
This is the Covert Ops skin. Teemo looks really nice.
I mean, why couldn't we have Panda Teemo or Easter Bunny Teemo? You didn't answer my question.
Oh, I thought that's for the fans. The fans let Riot know.
Yeah, I want Panda Teemo. Give me a Panda Teemo. Oh my god, the Teemo deck that I would run with just like all of his skins.
Defy, Buccaneer, Apprentice, Clockwork Keeper.
Poros. Oh my god, can't get enough of those.
Like Yordles, right?
Gosh, I love Yordles. Teemo is a Yordle, for those of you that are not familiar.
Cannon Rush.
Oh.
All right, this is the legend version of Darius. So like I said, he can start in the field. You can build your deck around him. Red and yellow rune colors. Lee Sin. Actually, we're gonna keep that. So we've hit 3 legends so far, which is pretty nice. Not sure what the distribution in a box is for legends, but at least 3 so far. Feels like in the past box we've ripped, you get around 4 to 5. So we're kind of on track for that. If I can open this pack, that's great. Chemtech Enforcer, Mega Mech. Full Zone Hourglass, great item in the game to have. Vi, Destructive, champion unit. There is no currently Vi legend. So that's not to say that they will never be one, but it is interesting to see how they decided to design this first set of origins. I believe there's about 12 different legends. So kind of, I guess, theoretically 12 different like color combinations plus unit passives you can have to build a deck around. But obviously we're in the first set. This is a very big set, as you can tell. There's 298 different cards. Very small chance of really getting any one particular card in any given pack.
Bandletree.
There we go. This is the set legend. Looks very nice. Buff a unit. If a buff unit can control Wood Dad, you may pay a power rune to exhaust me and spend its buff and recall it to exhausted to base instead. And then when you conquer, ready me. Pretty nice. And a work. Champion.
So you pretty much, when you play a deck, you only have one legend.
One legend on the field at any given moment. But you also start the field with one of the champion cards, and you can choose which version champion you start in the field with, and that's basically a free cast. So this game is very interesting with its deck construction and field placement, and kind of like helping you get an idea of what your opponent's doing before they actually start playing cards. So there's a lot of revealed information in a way to your opponent before you even start playing, kind of what your game plan might be. So that's kind of a way to help you, I guess, learn on the fly and maybe kind of predict what your opponent might be doing before you see them even play any cards from your deck. Wraith of Echoes, Shen, another champion unit. There's no legend version of Shen.
Oh,
here we go. Yeah, this is a nice version of Victor. Obviously, so we haven't seen the legend version of Victor, but this is champion version. Like honestly, the printing on these cards are amazing. Like I just love the way they look. So there we go. We're already up to 5 legends in this box. So we're kind of already like it feels like we're halfway. I don't know. I haven't been counting. Viewers, maybe you've been counting halfway through the box. I feel like we've already hit our number of legends we'll open for the box. So maybe it might be like more than average in this case, but you only run 1 legend per deck, so you don't really want to see dupes when you're opening a pack because there's not much use for it, unless you're really looking to collect, kind of have multiple copies. There we go. We have a champion version of Yasuo. Looks pretty nice. Another Chaos Rune.
Are you getting better at pack opening or no?
Viewers, you decide if I am or not as I continue to struggle. Never blame the pack, I'd say. Only the hands that rip it. Blaz looks nice. Maddening Marauder, Caitlyn.
Ooh, I like Caitlyn a lot. Another champion that I enjoyed playing.
Oh, that was a good rip. Maybe I do blame the pack. Look how nicely that opened. Maybe we're finally getting there.
Honestly, that little notch tear is pretty darn helpful, I'm gonna be honest.
What's up, Hillock? Stupefy. Blind Fury. So not a signature spell, but related to Tryndamere, who is a champion in the set. Oh, there we go. We have a legend version of Kaisa. Looks really nice. So I guess we are above average for this set because we've already opened 5. So this is our 6th legend, which is definitely not the normal odds. Not super complaining, but would like to see something else. You know, maybe a showcase art, maybe an alt art variant. You know, we got that alt art. Oop, that was kind of bad.
That was horrible.
That was awful.
That was horrible.
Yeah, we got some bent cards. Excuse me. I've committed pack atrocity there. I hope nothing is of value in this pack.
Oh my god, could you imagine?
Vayne. Wow, another legend.
And you mangled it.
So
no, I'm kidding.
I didn't mangle it. Looks pretty straight to me. 7 legends in the box. This is definitely above normal count.
Okay, this is... Okay.
We're getting sketchy with these packs. Volibear looks nice. Imposing. Victor. Okay. Karu. Okay, that was a good rip. Good pull. Nivea. Something's back here. I see something a little peeking out.
Ooh!
Okay, yeah. Seal of Unity. It goes along with our Seal of Strength we have down here, so that's a nice hit. The seals are a type of card called gear. Gear is kind of like equipment or items in other card games you might be familiar with. They don't come into the field exhausted or exerted or tapped, and you can use them on the turn they're played.
I think it's interesting that there's like multiple foils or hollows in a pack. Like that's kind of cool to me.
Yeah, I think part of Riot's design decision was to make sure that it felt good to open a pack, and also you weren't really, I guess maybe kind of upping the value of these cards just for the sake of it. Speaking of signature spells we've talked about in the past, signature spell for Leona. This is her E, and if you're familiar with the game League, you would know that her E lets her basically root an enemy, and she pulls herself towards that rooted enemy. So the effect here is stun an enemy unit at a battlefield. You may move a friendly unit to that enemy unit's battlefield. So in this case, they did a great job translating her ability from in-game to her signature spell. So it's not necessarily you have to move a Leona unit in this case, but it's any friendly unit. So that's really great to see. Really glad to see this. I'm looking to try and build a Leona legend deck. So definitely I'm looking for copies of stuff like this, like her signature spell.
So would you say that, like, are there multiple signature spells per champion?
So at this time with Origins, there's only one signature spell for champion. That's not to say that they won't print more signature spells in the future.
Okay, that makes sense.
So they're keeping it simple. So once you see the one signature spell, that'll be the only spell they have. So there's not like one spell for their Q, W, E, and R spells from League.
Okay.
Greatest. Oh, two. This is my foil. Foil location looks kind of nice. This Ferris. Teemo, there's the champion. Kind of goes along with that Teemo we have down here, underneath everything. Nice bright. Down to the last 2 packs. Can we hit something else? No peeking. Try not to spoil. Tark. Also great support champ. Love playing Tark. Tark, before his update, is the champion that got me to gold rank in League first. Oh. Very powerful. He had a point and click stun at the time. He doesn't have it anymore. They changed it into a skill shot. But it was fun to play. Click E. Hey, go hit this person.
Whoa!
Spell, not a signature spell for Echo, because Echo isn't a legend in the set, but definitely a very powerful spell. If most players, especially at Magic, would know, taking an extra turn after your current turn is very strong, very high cost, 10 plus 4 calm runes, but you get an extra turn, and then you banish the cards. Very simple, but very nice to see. Kind of goes along with the Zenith Blade here, even though it's not a signature spell. And here we are, last pack of the box, last pack Magic. Slap the pack. Hopefully that changes the odds, even though these things were printed who knows how long ago. So I dropped the pack too. You gotta just abuse it.
Is that a good omen?
Yeah.
That would have been a good omen.
If you abuse the pack, it will
bless you.
Yeah, give you riches. Nocturne. Okay, the first actor we've seen in this box. That's super great. Okay, kind of poor hits. And also, I think this was a box that kind of had the poor distribution. So that was sad to see, or this pack rather. We had only 1 rare instead of 2 rares in our foil slot. So that was kind of disappointing to end in. But alas, at least we got the body rune. And somehow we got so many more legends than I hope we open. The big hits we probably hit were the 2 signature spells, 1 for Leona and then 1 for Jinx, and then obviously we have this Altart Kaisa, which is definitely great to see. Thanks for watching, and let us know in the comments if you want to see more pack openings. Like and subscribe for more content from RXP Podcast. Until next time, take care.